Alright, Shalom, my human. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that sees His word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And yeah, today I just want to get into a lesson on how pretty much we in that time where we desire to see, man. The things that the Lord have been telling us for these generations, these incarnations that we have went through. This is the time where we actually about to see the manifestation of the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. We are about to witness the words of the Lord, which entails, prophecy, all hell breaking loose, which that's going to actually lead to us going into the kingdom of heaven, man. These are the things we was supposed to look for, for the signs to let us know that we come into a transition, man, and the downfall of our enemy, man. So we in very insane times, because now that question is being answered. When this matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Acts. Let's get that in the book of Acts 1. That has always been the question. When? How long? Well, this is the time. That time that we have desired to see, this is it right here, man. This Acts 1 and verse 6. It says, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? See, and that has always been the case. That has always been the case. Lord, when are you going to restore the kingdom to Israel? When are we going to be redeemed from this oppressor, man? When we're going to be become a sovereign nation, and rule the nations with a rod of iron. When are these things going to take place? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father had put in his own power. Why? Because it wasn't going to go through that Roman Empire, man. That wasn't the time where the kingdom was going to be established, man. It wasn't that season yet, But now we in that season. Matter of fact, let's get that. Our Lord said, it's not the time of the season. That wasn't the season back then. But this time, this is now the season. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But other times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. See why? Because now things are being made clear and obvious what's going on throughout the planet Earth. That finally the so-called white man is about to be overthrown, man. Finally, this man is about to be moved out the way, and we know it ain't like the Moabites is finna come up next. The Russians. When you go into the statue, we pretty much at the 10th toes, man. And what's next? It tells you in the days of these kings, the power of heaven is going to set up a kingdom, man. And it's that so meaning what? After this beast system is over and done with, the next rulership to be in power is the kingdom of heaven, spearheaded by our Lord Yahushua. But we see the signs that's what we heading to, man. Because there was a point in time, it seemed like this man was never going to fall out of power. This man had the longest run when you go into the statue. This man pretty much had the longest run. He was pretty much the whole bottom half of the statue, man. Dealing with the Greeks, then the Romans, all the way down to the 10 toes, man. That was pretty much that man and his power structure. But now we're in a time where, that strength as he once had is now growing feeble. He's drooping now. And that's the time that we have desired. The downfall of our enemies. The downfall of this rulership, this kingdom. Because matter of fact, just going back to the statue, why you think Daniel rejoiced? Let's get to Daniel 2 and I get to the point. Because really, this is a secret. This is really a secret. Knowing the ins and outs of what's going on dealing with rulerships. How about Shemel Shai revealed that unto us, man. And we see now we at the 10 toes, like, it ain't like it's going to be another heathen nation that's going to rule after this, man. No, this is it. This is the time of the Gentiles is now being fulfilled, man. So this is Daniel 2, and I start at 19. It said, then was the secret revealed unto Daniel in a night vision. See? And what was that secret? The understanding of that dream, pretty much. Which entails of who was going to be coming to power after he, it was a pretty much a list of those major kingdoms that was going to come in and fall out of power, man. All the way up to the last, all the way down to the 10 toes, which we are in that timeline now. That's the timeline we in now, is the 10 toes, man. Dealing with this beast system. And we seeing it being broken up. You had the Brexit, you got the Grexit. A lot of these nations is hating this whore. So we see these different signs that let us know we coming to another phase, man. That this is the time that we have been desiring, for all these generations. This is the time that we have been desiring, the end of, these other nations ruling over us, the end of being oppressed, the end of not. I tell you, they not. Jacob is not reckoned among the nations. What we gonna do? It's coming to the end of all this, man. We're coming to the end of Esau is ruling over us. Now it's our time to rule over Esau and these other nations. It says, Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changed the times and the seasons. See, going back to them seasons again, as dealing with rulerships. He removed kings and set up kings. He gave wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. See? So that secret was going into who was going to actually follow the power and who was going to come after. But guess what? That secret has been revealed to us in this night vision. In the night, which is here in America, under the rulership of the so-called white man, which is considered the night. The Lord have revealed this unto us, that this man is about to be overthrown, and the kingdom of heaven is about to be set up, man. It said, continue on, verse 22, it said, he revealed the deep and secret things. He knoweth was in the darkness, and the light dwelleth with him, see? So he revealed the deep and secret things, what things concerning the transfer of power on the planet Earth. And it said the light dwelleth with him, meaning what? The Lord have shed light on things that's about to come in the near future, tomorrow. Because that's what's really in the dark. Tomorrow, the next day, you don't know what's about to happen. Well, the Lord have revealed it unto us, and we know in the time to come, there's something, because the light is really for you to see ahead. So what we see ahead, the downfall of this place. That's what we have been longing for, for all these generations, man. You go back to all just back to those old Negro spirituals, asking for deliverance, getting relief from this oppression. But this is that time, because it seemed like this man was never going to go out of power, man. It seemed like this man was he was like an unstoppable force. Matter of fact, I think that's Job. Let me get that in Job first. Job 21. Job 21 and verse 7. It says, wherefore do the wicked live, become old? Yeah, are mighty and power. See, so it said, wherefore do the wicked live? Meaning what? They actually, the Lord gave them the power to rule. And it says, and become old, meaning, like I said, going back, this man got the longest run out of all these nations, man. Because he's pretty much the whole bottom half of the statue. You had the Greeks ruling, but they was Edomites. But you also had the Romans, which those were Edomites as well. Now you get all the way up to this when these devils came back in the power during the Renaissance, those are Edomites. All the way up now, this man have grew and morphed into this beast system, man. That's why, just a regular old person just think that the so-called white man just been ruling forever. But this man had the longest run out of all these nations. It says, yeah, are mighty in power. Yeah, because this man, the only thing that's really keeping his nose above water is his military. But it tells you in Revelation 13 chapter, who shall make war with the beast? Who have heard such a thing, somebody coming up against America, Well, guess what? This is the time where these things are taking place. You got these other things, you got even these gooks looking at this man in his eyes, man. Because they got the button now. These are the things that we have been desiring, man. That this man, his reign of terror, it's about to be over with. So let's get that. Because like I said, it seemed like this man was unstoppable. And that you had to pretty much, that old saying, you can't beat them, join them. But that's the mindset of our people. Now, you got Jake going to school. You got Jake in the studio doing what they can to have success as the so-called white man. Because they didn't see this man falling out of power. So let's get that. This is Psalm 73. I started at 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Yeah, you see this man got a house on the hills. He got a villa. You doing everything you can. You actually doing the very same thing he's doing. To get to that. Like I said, that was a snare. Because the nigga tell you to go to school and it's not going to work. Get you a career. Or just, it's another side of the so-called white man. Rob, steal, kill. That's how people envy the foolish, because they follow his ways. Either they're going to go to school and do this, or they're going to rob, steal, and kill, because that's what he do. And that's how he prospered. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm, see? It seems like this man got a strong grip on this thing, man. It seems like there's no way that this man is about to be overthrown. But matter of fact, let's continue. Let's jump down. Let's jump down to verse 73. This is, Psalm 73 and verse 16. So it says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, see? Meaning, you pretty much, because it goes up to it like, you trying to do right, and you can't, it ain't nothing working your way. Seems like you doing everything in vain. And that you got to just kind of see, it's just too painful, man. Now you got to think about what's your next. No, it's too painful, man. Continue, just got it. You settling here, man. That's a painful thing. You got to just concede, It says, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. See, so because of this truth, the Lord has gave us the insight on what's about to take place. The end of this man. Lord gave us an insight and let us know that this man is about to be overthrown violently, man. And that's what we have always been looking for. The overthrow of the so-called white man, the overthrow of these heathens, for us to get back once again, be in our rightful lot, which is the rule. It tells you that what it is, Ecclesiastes the 10th chapter. Solomon said he seen an error from the ruler. He seen princes, he seen servants on horses and princes walking on the earth, man. So to let you know, we come in a time where everything is about to go back into its rightful light. It's all about to go out under our feet, and it tells you that the house of the Lord is going to be at the top of the mountains, man. Because that's how it's supposed to be. And this is the time we get a report that it's finna be that. We're in that time where these things are about to take place. Where this is the time the Lord is about to give a kingdom to Israel, man. This is that time. That time we have desire. So matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Psalms. Not Psalms. St. Matthew 13. St. Matthew chapter 13. And I start at verse 16. It says, but blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear. See? So the Lord, we are blessed. Why? Because we can actually see and understand and know what's taking place, man. We actually see the prophecies. We can see what the prophets are saying. We hear. We understand it, man. We see it. We actually see the words of Yahweh Shema Shai taking place. It says, "For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them." Why? Because Isaiah, he seen the destruction of America. He knew that was going to be, after that, the kingdom coming. Jeremiah, they knew after that destruction of Babylon, once that take place, that's it. The kingdom gonna come, man. But now we're in that time where these words about to manifest. Those things those men were speaking on back then. Even Enoch tells you, Enoch prophesied the Lord coming 10,000 saints, all the way in Genesis. Talking about the return of our Lord Yahweh Shai. Well, this is the time where we're going to see these things. Oh, it tells you the ones that love his appearance. They ain't just talking about, we just heard about it this time. No, that's from generations, man. From back 2,000 years ago, even before that. We have been waiting on this time right here. This time period right here. We're just finna go down. Hey, man. This is that day. So I'm going to read it again. It said, "For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them." Yeah, you actually see the momentum. Everything is towards prophecy. You got articles and videos about the chip, World War III, and all hell breaking loose. And, the chariots. This is the time where these things are going to take place. This is the time that we have desired, because what that entails, the kingdom, man. That let us know the kingdom is about to come. Our Lord Yahweh Shai is about to return, man, and take his rightful claim of the planet Earth, because they acknowledge the Lord in the heavens. We're in a time where they're going to acknowledge the Lord on the planet Earth, which it starts now by the way of His word. So when it happens, you ain't gonna have no choice but say that was Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But this is the time. And that's why I said, look up. When you see these things, look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. See? So matter of fact, I end off on this. This is the book of Ecclesiastical Rock 25 and verse 7. And it reads, "There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies." See? So that's one of the major things to be happy about, is to see the downfall of your enemy. Out of all this time, this man been beating our ass and oppressing us and getting us fake old and fines and, just continually having us in derisions, man. Now we actually, Lord gave us the eyesight and see, and understand this man in, man. We actually see that this man is about to be overthrown. Seeing this man, the Lord showing this man the shame of this dude, this devil, by the way of the depth clock. Things coming out, those certain key figures that this devil upholds, such as Christopher Columbus, the shame of spewing his been on that glory. This is all part of this man and his downfall. But we also see it physically happening. The roads is corroding away. These other nations not dealing with America no more. Everybody got their finger on the button now. All hell about to break loose. This is all part of the downfall of our enemy, man. And that's why ultimately, matter of fact, I'm gonna end off on this. Ultimately, that's why we're gonna rejoice, because we have been longing for this. Let's get there. This is the book of Revelation 18 and 20. "Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High have avenged you on her." See? And guess what? Those prophets that have desired to see those things, the Lord have, they back here today, man, to actually witness those things, man. Tells you, the Lord said, "Ye are my witnesses." So you don't think when in this time the Lord gonna bring back Isaiah to see what he was talking? You know what I mean? Jeremiah, Daniel, all these prophets before, they're gonna be brought back, and this time to witness the downfall of Babylon. That's what they had desired to see, man. So it says, "Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High will avenge you on her." So, and guess what? That's gonna be the climax, man. But we in that time where we have desire to see the end of it. You know, this is the time the Lord is going to restore the kingdom of Israel, and we're seeing by the series of events that's playing out. So yeah, I just hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushua, Ba'asham Rakha